Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. What I'd love to do today is to go through another book, go on a walk and talk with you, and the book that I've selected for today's episode is entitled It Begins With You, a book that was published on the 14th of January 2025 by an author who goes by the name of Jillian Turecki. When it comes to love and relationships, it's easy to point fingers. We think, if only they would change, or I just need to find the right person. This book grabs that notion by the shoulders, looks it straight in the eye, and says gently but firmly, no, it begins with you. Jillian Turecki's It Begins With You isn't a fluffy guide to finding the one. It's actually a mirror. It's a series of powerful, sometimes uncomfortable, but always truthful reflections of how the common thread in all of our relationship patterns is us. It's actually good news, because that means we also hold the power to change them. This book doesn't waste time on game playing or manipulation tricks. It gets right to the heart of the matter. Your relationship with yourself is actually the blueprint for every other relationship that you have or you will ever have. Turecki writes with a mix of compassion and no-nonsense clarity that feels like a conversation with the most honest friend you have, the one who isn't afraid to tell you the truth because they want to see you win. The hard truths aren't meant to make you feel bad in any way. They are meant to set you free. They help you connect the dots between your own childhood, your past hurts, and why you keep finding yourself in the same frustrating situations. It's not about blame, it's about understanding. And from that understanding, real, lasting change can finally begin. So let's have a look at this book and step through a few of the key lessons, see what we can learn, what we can glean, what we can take, and what we can incorporate into our inventory of skills, knowledge, wisdom, and potential power. So the first key lesson that we can discuss and drop into is that you are the one who can teach people how to love you. This is the book's core message. If you constantly accept less than you deserve, you are teaching people that it's okay to treat you that way. The love you receive is often a direct reflection of the standards that you set for yourself, and changing what you accept is the very first step in changing what you actually receive. And as you understand, this indeed is a very, very powerful message, something that everybody needs to contemplate, to think about deeply, and to try and see if they can leverage this core message that comes from this wonderful book. The next message that comes from this author is also quite powerful as well. The message is that your past isn't an excuse. Your past is more likely and more productively seen as a map. And to understand that we all have baggage, and this book doesn't let you use your past as a reason to continue to stay stuck. Instead, this book encourages you to unpack your luggage and your baggage, understanding your old wounds like a parent who was critical or a past betrayal helps you see why you react the way you do now. It explains the why behind your fears and your needs from an emotional perspective. And the next message to come from this book is where we look at how conflict isn't the problem. What the problem is how you handle the conflict, how you respond or react to the conflict. And fighting, this is a very important point, fighting doesn't mean your relationship is broken. In fact, avoiding conflict is often much, much worse. The goal isn't to never disagree, it's to learn how to disagree well, how to disagree in a productive way, how to disagree in a way that'll enable you and help you to grow, develop, and become a better person. It's all about listening to understand, not about winning. It's about taking a breath before you speak and remembering you're on the same team. Because at the end of the day, we are all on the same team. So in summary, if you're tired of the same old cycles and are truly ready to build healthier, more secure love, whether you're single, dating, or in a long-term partnership, this book is a must-read because it's a practical, powerful, and deeply kind guide to becoming the person who can both give and receive the love that they truly deserve. Thank you once again for joining me on this episode of Jim's 5am Club, where I'm coming to you here on this overcast Sydney spring morning. Looks like it's going to be a fairly wet day today, but we'll see how we go. But once again, I am happy to be able to deliver yet another vlog where we're able to capture and hopefully use OPE, other people's experiences, to learn how to live better and to try and take some of these skills, some of these learnings, some of this deep thought that others have been able to help us with, and to be able to learn from it, grow from it, and develop from it. Wishing you all the best. Take care, and bye for now.